Hello, my name is Ranjana Beegoo, and my team members are Bhooshan, Deesha, Yaseerah, and Teshavaani. So the company that we have chosen for our assignment is a Mitsubishi Electric Group. So we are going to do an audit for its security system, which would be conducted in order for the company to be safe and effective. So there are many risk factors that are present, and we are going to see how we can solve the problems. So now I pass on to my friend Deesha.
Thank you, Ranjana. Here's a graph of its organizational profile. Mitsubishi Electric Group is a Japanese multinational electronic company founded on 15 January 1921 at Tokyo. Has a revenue of 4.46 trillion yen and 146,518 employees as of 21 March 2020. It manufactures and sells products used in energy and electric system, industrial automation, information and communication system, electronic devices, and home appliances. Now Yaseerah will talk on organizational culture.
Thank you, Deesha. The company has an organizational culture which consists of the following values: trust, quality, technology, ethics and compliance, humanity, environment, and society. I'll now pass to Ranjana.
Thank you, Yaseerah. So the organizational environment is described as a number of characteristics which explain organization and recognize it from different organizations during by a given time duration affecting the conduct of performance of the workers there. So we have internal environment and external environment. They are general environment and industrial environment. Now I pass on to my friend Deesha.
Thank you, Ranjana. Core business functions. They are the production of final services that generate enterprise income. In the company, there are 12 business segments. It provides efficient control of building system. It supports wide range of factory automation system. It makes use of public system to improve quality living in society. It develops energy system for energy businesses. It provides transportation system for rolling stock. It contributes to the advancement of automotive equipment. My friend Deesha will continue the remaining 6 segments.
Thank you, Deesha. Some of the remaining core business functions that the company provides are as follows: promote the use of space system, allow easy information and communication system, make use of power devices to offer high performance, offers energy efficiency air conditioning system, is specialized in home products and provide IT solution to customers. So moving on to the next slide, one of the main departments that the Mitsubishi Electric Company has is the procurement department. It is responsible for procuring services and material through the selection of vendors, negotiation of condition and contract, set pricing condition, and strategic purchasing planning, in which all the steps are clearly defined in the diagram here, namely purchase requisition. It is an internal document requesting for a specific good within a specific time frame, request for quotation from vendor, which is a legally binding offer based on time, prices, condition, vendor evaluation once identified, vendor selection, purchase order, receipt of order, delivery of products, invoice receipt and inspection, and then payment. I now pass on to Yaseerah.
Thank you, Deesha. The sales and marketing department decides where the company should sell and at what prices should it sell. The sales process includes the following steps as shown in the diagram below. The customer chooses a region of sales, followed by an inquiry. A quotation is then made. After that, the sales order is generated and delivery is made. I'll now pass on to Deesha.
Thank you, Yaseerah. Human Resource Department. It is responsible to maintain productivity and manage needs of employees of the organization. Training facilities are also available there. It has 6 main functions: recruiting right people for the right job, maintaining a safe working environment, strengthening employer-employee relationship, compensation planning including payroll, labor law compliance, training and development. Now I'll pass the floor to Ranjana, who will talk on IT department.
Thank you, Deesha. So the IT department plays a crucial part in the company, making the system computerized in order to be effective. Function of IT departments, we have network engineering, system engineering, project management and planning. So here we have a diagram of IT department structure. We have the chief technology officer, the IT management, and the IT security on the next part. And the next part, we have system analysis, system engineer, and IT project management, as you can see. Now I pass on to my friend Dhunnoo.
The next department is the finance and accounting department. It is a lifeblood of an organization, and it is at the center of any organization and is responsible for ensuring the efficient financial management and financial control necessary to support all business activities. The principal role are financial accounting, reporting and financial statement, and taxation. Those are required for regulatory requirement, budgeting and forecasting, and keeping accounts of all transactions as a purpose of proof. Next, we have organigram. It is also known as the organization chart. For Mitsubishi Electronic Group, we have divided it into two parts, core activities and non-core activities. Note we have put in attachment as Appendix 1 for a clearer image of the diagrams. Since there are many departments, for the core activities we have divided into two parts, Part 1 and Part 2. Some departments are Corporate Research and Development Groups, Business Information Group, Public Utility Service Group. On the next slide, for the non-core activities, we have Human Resource Services, Corporate Accounting Division, Associated Companies Division. Next, we have risk factors the organization may face. We have financial risks, social risks, physical, compliance, technology, operational, strategic, and competition risks. Now, the top 5 risks that we have chosen, starting from the least to the most important. Starting from the list, social risk, fiscal risk, compliance risk, technology risk, and financial risk. We have the risk factor social risk. Social domain risks include social engineering. It is the art of manipulating people into giving out information that shouldn't be revealed. We have phishing, which is the most common type of social domain risk. It exploits human error to harvest information such as credentials or spread malware through email address. We also have the advanced fee scam, also known as a Nigerian prince. Scammers or malicious people ask victims to supply their bank details to transfer money out to the country. Organizations usually falls prey to those as employees are not usually well trained in this particular field. We also have honey trap. It is the use of malicious people pretending to be romantically interested in the victim to persuade them to yield sensitive information such as username and password or the Mitsubishi Electronic Group systems. Next, my friend Yaseerah will be talking to you about physical risk.
Thank you. Another top risk is physical risk, which include dangers that pose threat to physical assets. The physical risks that the company may face are whether, for example, fire or tornadoes could damage the building or equipment, competitors or outsiders who may access the building and cause vandalism or theft, due to explosions or hazards, and labor injuries. I'll now pass on to Deesha.
Thank you, Yaseerah. I'll be talking on compliance risk. It is also known as integrity risk, which is important to consider since failure to act in accordance with company laws can affect organization reputation. Here are some compliance risks that Mitsubishi Electric might encounter. Risk of bribery, which violate the anti-bribery policy. Risk of transportation issues and material loss, which violate the corporate security export control regulation. Risk of accepting transactions from illegal investors, which violate the Mitsubishi Electric Group conduct guidelines. Now Deesha will talk on technology risk.
Thank you, Deesha. Technological risk such as cyber attack is one of the major threats that the company had been victim of as reported last year after detecting and investigating suspicious activity involving computer terminals. Some of the cyber attack risks are data leakage. It was determined that data such as personal and confidential corporate data had been taken through unauthorized system was accessed by a third party. Secondly, network security. It was a sophisticated attack that bypassed monitoring and detection measures and logs that would have identified the affected file were deleted by the hacker on some terminal. And lastly, it causes reputational damage due to data breach incident. So I now pass on to Ranjana.
Thank you, Deesha. So financial risk is the most important risk of all because it can cause a possibility of losing money in the company, gaining no profit and causing the company to fail. So financial risk is any risk that cause obstacle to development in the company's productivity and profitability. So types of financial risk, we have borrower risk, economic risk, regulatory risk, profitability risk, third-party risk. So it can be concluded that our assignment have helped us a lot to know about the Mitsubishi Electric Company, and we have gained a lot of knowledge by doing some research, and these knowledge have been really beneficial and will be helpful for us in order to make an effective and good audit for our assignment. Thank you.